This is the YouTube edition of my book, A Course in Miracles Workbook Nuggets. Workbook Nuggets was written to be a commentary or study aid for the course's workbook for students. I'll begin by reading the book's full commentary on today's workbook lesson over a visual of the book's text. I'll then return with some impromptu thoughts and comments on today's lesson and my commentary. A link to the book on Amazon.com is provided below. Lesson 27, January 27. Above all else, I want to see. What you want is brought into your life. This is so obvious that we don't really notice it. It is just there all the time. It is easier to see in children. One child loves sports, while another wants only to study and read. They spend their days very differently. Days become weeks, weeks become months and years, and they have very different lives. What you want and attend to is brought into your life. Because the change in perspective the Course is teaching is so all-encompassing and central, you must want it, quotes, above all else, for it to gain a footing and grow. If you don't, your ordinary consciousness just continues, day after day. Despite your living in a painful illusion, you can only wake up if you truly want to. That is free will. The Course will never force anything upon you. You will eventually decide that there must be another way, a better way, and then, quotes, above all else you will, quotes, want to see. To practice A Course in Miracles is a radical step. You are asking to see the world and each and every person and thing in it differently. But you must remember that you are not just trading one way of seeing for another that might be better for you. No. You are trading an illusion, a constructed world, for reality. It's a big change. So to do so while you are still living in the world, you must want the change above all else. As today's lesson would have you repeat at least once every half hour, above all else, I want to see. It's a big step. But if it helps, yes, the Course is relatively new. It only goes back to the 1970s. But it is just a modern approach to truths that have been taught in the esoteric portion of every religion, culture, and time, going back to the very beginnings of recorded history. The Course is in perfect harmony with what has been often called the perennial philosophy, that is, those truths that are common to all spiritual disciplines capable of achieving a direct experience of the sacred. As a dedicated student of the Course, you are in good company of innumerable Christian mystics and the esoteric followers of every faith and time. I have just found the Course to be a particularly effective and accessible presentation of these sacred truths for people living in the 21st century industrialized West. No specialized ritual, dress, or institutions, such as clergy or a church, and no required dogma or gatherings. Just classic spiritual concepts pursued on your own and at your own pace. It's your journey, and you are in total control. The Course or a similar path will always be there for you when the time is right. I personally have tried a number of different paths. For me, the Course is the best and the surest way home.